Oh, hey there guys and girls. Well, it's a new winter I guess, and it's a new project. And this time I've decided to go into, I've decided to go into marine fish keeping. Now, you're going to laugh at my setup here, it's only small, I know. It's a 48 litre tank there. That tank there is only, I think, 15 litres. I think it is anyway, not sure. Oh no, 30 litres, sorry. That was a 30 litre tank. Whew, yeah. Alright, so, my plans. I'm going to tell you my plans first. My plan is to have this tank over here. As my main tank, it's going to be, you know, filled with maybe a few fish, but mostly corals. I like corals, lots of inverts, you know, shrimp, things like that. This tank over here is just going to be one for shrimp and snails, maybe a crab or two. Not really any fish, maybe some really small fish. Whatever the smallest peaceful fish that are safe for a reef system, I would have those in there, maybe. Whatever. These two tanks are going to be fed both together from one pump. Now, that sounds a bit weird because you're like, what? How are you going to do that? Well, I've got a sump system that I sort of made myself. It's not much of a sump yet. I've got to make some dividers for it. Torch is friggin' useless. Oh, I need to get a better torch. Yeah, not a better torch anyway. I'm going to try and find a better torch. Okay, so one torch has been found. Whoa, that's stroby. There we go. No lights set up on the system yet. I have yet to make the lights. I'm waiting for some LEDs to come through from a Chinese wholesaling website, so you can get them cheap off there. Really cheap. You've probably already noticed my salinity is really low on this tank, and that's because I've got some salt in the bottom there. I'm still waiting for it to dilute into the system. I've also not got a heater on this yet. There's nothing in the tanks living at the moment. My plans of just this minute, set it up so I have all the two tanks working together. I've only just managed to plumb the top tank in. I've literally just made one of those hang on the back things. See that in the midst of all the random stuff I have hanging from the bottom of my bed. Yeah, that's one of those hangy on the back jobby thingamajingies. And that, yeah, the way how it works is that's like a siphon which brings water over the edge, but when you lose flow, it never breaks prime, so it will never, you know, unprime itself. Moving down to the business end. You have to forgive my messy room, it's absolutely upside down at the moment. I will say that I have made this tank on the cheapest of the cheap I could possibly do. A lot of this stuff was all stuff I already had. Maybe a couple of the pipes and things are new, but a lot of this stuff, like the filter for instance, I already had that. That was one of the first filters I ever bought, and that works really good. Yeah, I've still got quite a bit of salt in there that's not diluted into the system yet. I'm using Red Sea Cold Pro Salt. As I've been told, it's some of the best salt you can get. Some people use like Instant Reef and stuff like that. I've been told this stuff's the best for maintaining coral growth and making them good, making them healthy. You know, that on obviously lights and things. Got some bits floating around this tank. As you can see, I've got no protein skimmers or anything yet. Whoa, check that out there, you can see the... Oh, can you see that on the camera? That looks so cool. Cool. That must be the salt level from the salt. It almost looks like it's underneath the tank. In fact, you can see it all there. So it is diluting slowly into the tank. I mean, you can see there's not much flow over there at all. But yeah, I did try and, because there's no bacteria in this filter yet, I have just been dumping the salt straight into the filter. Probably not what you're supposed to do, but it sucks it in eventually, doesn't it? But that's what I've done anyway. But now it is at the stage where the tank is, you know, fully done, fully complete in terms of plumbed in. I am going to obviously get a heater for it. I need one of those. I mean, the tank will cycle without a heater, it would just take it probably longer. I know bacteria in filters is very, very lenient to temperatures. I think they can go all the way up to something like 50 or 60 degrees before they start dying off. Pretty insane, really. Yeah. I have definitely got to get myself a protein skimmer. I've got to either make one or buy one, find somewhere that sells one cheap or something. Might run two, I'm not sure. I may run two protein skimmers. I know you can never over skim. There's no such thing as over filtration or any kind of fish setup. Yeah, I suppose you can have a tank that's too clean, I guess, for all your scavenger. But over filtration, that's why I'm in this particular tank system. I'm not going to run any form of water scrubbing, like filter wall or socks, filter socks or anything like that, because I want the bits to be floating around in the tank so the corals get food. This is all stuff I've just been piecing together from other people's YouTube videos and things, and I just thought, always wanted marines. Used to work in a fish shop. Never had marines at the time, so I thought to myself, yeah, why don't I set up a marine tank now? I've always wanted one. Why the hell not? Yeah, my filter has got a leak on it. I need to get some new seals for it. I've already bought a new thingy impeller for it. This filter's got an uptime of about 5 years, and it's never had a break since, and it's been running on all the original impellers and seals and whatnot. Still works great. Don't know who the hell it's made by, actually. I think it was by a brand called Sunsun, which are no longer making this kind of filter because a company called All Pond Solutions bought out the rights to to distribute these filters, and now they are literally called an All Pond Solution filter. And pretty sure they make them in different sizes with UV clarification. This is the biggest one they do. It's the 2000 litre per hour pump, I do believe, with built-in 9 watt UV clarification, which is nice. Pretty good. The UV has a tendency to burn out pretty quick on these things. They only last like 6 months, and it blows the bulbs. So yeah. 6 minutes talking about crap. Yeah, top tank. I'm getting a 100 watt LED chip, a standard square jobby. Oh crap! Sorry about that. That's this crazy torch that we've got. It's one of those get you out of the car jobbies with a belt cutter on it and things. The idea is that whoa, if the camera would figure itself out. There we go. Yeah, and it's got a button on the back which flashes and makes that sound. Keep forgetting you press that button to make it work. And it's got dimming and brightening and flashing and craziness. People think it's a stunner, but it's not. It's like I say, they're just there to hit glass with. Supposed to keep them in your car in case of an emergency. Perfect thing to have if you, I don't know, have a car that drops in water or something. You need to get out the car quick. Whatever. Anyway, my mum decided to buy me an air pump. She got me a really big one. I don't think I need one this big myself, but I ain't complaining. It's got all different settings on the back, turn it up and down, some thingy. I was told that you're supposed to let your your air stones soak for a while before using them, so I've got that air stone there in soak. Using wooden air stones are okay in saltwater tanks, but in freshwater I tried to use them once and they just rot away to nothing. But the salt water actually pickles them, so they last quite a bit actually in salt water. My salinity is not going up. I don't know why that is. Probably because it's in dead water at the moment. There's no movement through that that meter. But yeah, the top of the tank is currently open. It's supposed to have 2 compact fluorescents that go in there, which is okay for tropical fish, but not much good for anything marine tech. So I'm going to be building my own system in this to give me you know, some nice light. I'm probably going to have a go at trying to remake this awful tray that's in there. You know, get rid of that because it's all cracked and broken. And I'll just have the LED chip sat in here, and all this area here is just going to be a big heat sink with a fan on top of it. And this LED has 5 channels. Each channel is controllable. I haven't got a controller for it yet, but I'm just going to make my own using voltage boosters, which you can buy off well-known auctioning website quite cheaply nowadays. Each one is probably going to be rated at about 2 or 3 amps, probably more, probably 5 amp rated actually. And that should be more than enough to drive, you know, 5 of those together should be more than enough to drive a you know, 100 watt LED chip. That's all channels combined. And obviously another pain in the backside is that all channels are all different. All channels are different voltages, so you've got to make sure you get all your voltages right. I'm going to underdrive it anyway, because 100 watts in this little tank, it's going to bleach everything to hell. I'll wait, you know, I'll what do you call it? Turn my light on, come back to it, and everything could be white in the tank, even the fish. I could put slate in there and it would be white with that, you know, with that kind of light output. It'd be pretty insane. Algae aplenty, I guess. But yeah, it's going to be fun. I've just got some sand in there from when I had my tropical fish tank. I'm going to keep that sand in because I kind of like the look of it. It's not proper coral sand or anything, but it is soft sand, so, you know, I don't know where the hell it came from. I think it was proper aquarium sand. I think it was anyway. But, move my radio out of the way. Battery's flat on that thing. It's not been charged up for a while, a month or 2. Never needed to use it. My brother's nicked the charger for it. But yeah, I've got to get my my input, yeah, the hose input and whatnot, and that little hang on the back siphon system. I've got to make one for this tank, which is, I don't know how interesting that's going to be. Just hang on the back there. Yeah, I should be able to do it. I might phone. I might leave that light in there. Like I say, you know, I'm not sure. That light may be good enough, it may not be good enough, I don't know. The tank itself is not very old, so the light I know is still a good light in that tank. It's never designed for marines, I don't think, but it could be a nano marine. They always told me that you're supposed to start off big and work your way smaller. Well, that's what I've always come to know with any kind of fish keeping, but I'm going to start small with this one, and I guess I'll serve the consequences when it happens. If I lose stock or corals and things, then that's my fault. But I guess if I keep all the levels correct, you know, salinity, pHs, carbonatic hardness, sorry, I will be using RO in these tanks. All this water here is my own made RO water. I've got a barrel of it just down here actually, along with a lot of crap in my room that is all used to live under here, which I've now got to re-find a home for. Most of it can be thrown out. But oh yeah, there you go. That's what I made the thing out of. They're designed just designed to have paper slid into them, so they just sit there as display. And we've got a box full of these things, so I thought, oh, I'll just nick a few of those and make a siphon out of it. Why not? You know, all you need is a one of those small lighters that have got like a blowtorch on it. Keep blowing it on it, you know, in a line, and then that line is where it bends. So that's what happens. Anyway, guys and girls, I'm going to cut it off here because you don't want to hear me talking all this crap, do you? You must be bored out of your heads. What the hell are you still listening to me for? You should be gone by now. I don't know. Yeah. So this is going to be the start video of hopefully many of them showing the progress of this tank over time. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what disasters we get ourselves into, well, myself into. And the next thing I'm going to do with this tank now is I'm going to put some fish food in the tank. Even though there's no fish in there, but it should be enough to start the filter producing bacteria. You know, turn into ammonia, and then bacteria will come in the tank. You know how it goes. It's a nitrogen cycle. Yeah, fun stuff. Fun memories of when I was setting up my first tropical tank. Anyway, guys and girls, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. In fact, check out my next video. It's about my RO unit. When I go out and make it and upload it. Alright, guys and girls, thanks for watching, and peace out.